Hopefully that worked. Perfect. All right, let me get in the right angle. I think it's... Is it this way or... Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. I guess I don't need this because I'm not listening to anything. Let me make sure I link my live to the girls so they don't get mad. I'm only going to be on for an hour. How do I link my live? Here we go. Or, how do I link my live? Okay. Here we go. Or, how do I link my live? Okay. Here we go. Or, perfect. How do I link my live? Okay. Perfect. All right. Hi, everyone. How was y'all's day? All right, hi, everyone. I do still do Twitch streams, yeah. How was y'all's day? Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather myself. I'm getting over something. Streams, yeah. I'm towards the tail end of it, thank God. Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather myself. Thank you so much for the $2. I'm getting over something. That's so... I'm towards the tail end of it, thank God. Case? Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather myself. Thank you so much for the $2. Oh, wait, I can hear an echo. I'm towards the tail end of it, thank God. Case? Thank you so much for the $2. Fixed it, fixed it, fixed it, fixed it, fixed it. Sorry about that. It's fixed now, right? Okay. And do not do personal readings anymore. You can win a reading from me from the memberships. So if you haven't joined the memberships, you should. I do giveaways there for the second tier and the third tier people, not for the first tier. Prior readings will eventually come back. It's just really difficult to keep up with a lot of the demand. And I'm revamping my website. I'm actually literally in the process of doing that. Thank you for the $20. Aunt, long-time follower, you've done a small reading regarding my marriage, but I need an update because it's in shambles. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What happened? Yeah, I mean, the thing is like there's a lot of demand and I'm trying to make sure that it's hard to meet that demand. Prior readings are boring on live, no offense. It's hard to meet that demand. And so, I'll just say I have some creative ways that we're trying to work on to make them more accessible for everyone. So there are some ideas in the works that'll take a while. In the meantime, before those ideas manifest, in the meantime, I am working with someone to revamp the website. But prior readings are just difficult to maintain. My lighting sucks because it's raining. Sorry. But it's difficult to maintain because there's just so much interest. And so it's hard to juggle all of the content and the prior readings. I don't have a really good balance with that. I'm trying to work on that. But I think it'll be easier once we revamp the website and then once some of the cool ideas we have come to manifest. It's just out of my hands sometimes. And if someone offered you $1,000 for a personal reading ASAP, would you? People do that quite often in my emails, and I tell them to save their money because it's not worth it. And yeah, that happens more than you think, where people are like, I'll spend whatever. And I will say, I will probably have a section on my website again, because I've had it before, where like you can rush a reading if you're willing to spend a ridiculous amount of money, because some people are really wealthy and they don't care. But currently, yeah, until the website is revamped. I would like to avoid that though, because I want people to save their money. So here's the problem. In my ideal scenario, having like a rush opportunity for rich people is something I would love to have. But that's not how it ends up happening. What ends up happening is people want so badly to get a reading from me that they spend more money than they should. and someone who can't afford the 500 will force themselves to spend the 500 for the reading, right? So then it's like counterproductive, because I'm like, girl, you don't need a $500 reading. This is for rich people who are impatient. So, you see what I mean? It's like, so that's why, like, I don't have it. I haven't had it that much, and maybe I will. I don't know. I'm back and forth on it because I don't want people to feel pressured. It's not worth it. You deserve to make $1,000 off a reading if you want. Yeah, but that's ridiculous. Like, there are people dying, Kim. Like, no, it's not worth it. Truly not worth it. I promise, it's not worth it. But I'm always trying to think of new ways and ways to give people free readings and stuff. And like I said, I have the giveaways for the members. Join the members, please. Also, if you have reading suggestions that you want me to do, let me know. And also reading suggestions for the members, because I was going to upload a members video today, but I realized I have no idea what to do. And there's not really that much interest in like video ideas, so I have no idea what to upload. So I didn't upload today for the members. Maybe later if I can come up with an idea, but I couldn't think of anything. Yeah. It's their decision. I know, but like, I feel weird about that. I mean, my readings are not like cheap. Like a private reading for me is not going to be cheap, but private readings for me are personalized videos. So like when you get a private reading from me, it's like a YouTube video, but you're the main focus and your question is the main focus. So that's why for me it's a personalized video. For me, my readings are a little bit like they're not cheap. My videos are not cheap. I don't know what the price point will be, but I have sold them before for 200, 250, 175, depending on what I was doing. Yeah, because it's a personalized video. But I will say, you have to remember that's also like 9 years into my career. When I first started, do you want to know what's so funny? When I first started, you used to be able to get a reading from me whenever you wanted. Well, first of all, if you join one of my lives, you can get as many readings as you wanted for free, which is crazy to think about. But then when I was like, when most of you guys first found me, on YouTube, my website had $15 readings. Actually, I think they were at that point, I think they were 25. But it was like $25 to get a full reading from me. And they were unlimited because obviously I wasn't as popular. And when I blew up from the James Charles tour cancel video, I was moving from New York to Austin. And while in the process of moving, and my video going viral, I got 400 reading requests in the span of I think an hour. And people bought 400 readings, and my friend had to manually go into the website and stop because I was live when it was happening, which is even weirder. Shit went viral when I was live. And I had to honor all 400 of those readings. And I'm proud that I did. But I did a cross-country move and honored 400 readings. So, yeah, it was a lot of work. It took me over a month and a half, but I did do it. What year was this? 2018 or something like that? Something like that. Yeah. So yeah. Since then, obviously, I really released them in batches. I did actually, if you're a member, a couple times this year already, I have dropped members only private readings, where members get first come first serve of purchasing private readings. I've done that a few times, where I'll just message the members group and be like, "Hey, I'm dropping 10 readings. If you first come first serve?" I've done that before. The cat's eye videos for members made me join as a member. The rest of your content made me stay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Will you move out of Texas? Who knows? Maybe. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to going back to New York if I have to. I don't know. We'll see. Why? Where should I go? And don't say LA. Goodbye. Can you do a reading on what the next pop culture scandal will be? I just did one recently. I've been trying to get a personal reading from you for years. Yeah, we're working on a few things. Hopefully they manifest to where it'll be easier. Excuse me. You're working so hard, Ann. Appreciate all the extra videos. Thank you. I feel like yeah, it's just, I feel like it's not that I'm I don't want you to think I'm complaining, but I do upload a lot. It's like a video a day every week. Like it's like 6 main channel videos every week, and then the short form and then the lives at the top. It's just hard sometimes to juggle all that in prior readings. There's a lot going on. Will you do a reading today? What do you mean by a reading? I mean, I could, if you have suggestions for members' videos, tomorrow's video is already filmed. You're my comfort creator. Thank you. I don't take breaks. Can you do a reading on religion? No. Thank you, Jazz. You're in my comfort channel as part of my routine. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's tomorrow's video? So obviously I feel like we need some really good news. And so, in honor of Dolly Parton's passing, I did a video on like the positive changes that are coming from her influence on society, and politics and things of that nature. So that's tomorrow's video. It's a little weird. It's strange. It's a little different for me. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but I figured that might be the best thing that people need to hear. So, what a lovely idea. Thank you. Hopefully you like it. I mean, I got a little passion in the video, but hopefully you guys like it. If not, I'll never do something like that again. Kat, thank you so much for the 17 months. I'm so sad about Dolly Parton and Tim Curry. Yeah, I know. I'm following you for years. Thank you. Your content's the best. Thank you. Could you do a reading on Hayley Williams from Paramore? Honestly, I don't think even the members care about Hayley Williams. Do they? Hope you're taking care of yourself, even though you work so hard. I'm honestly not. I've been a little bit sick. I think I'm at the tail end of it, though. Like, I'm feeling a lot better, but this week was hard. I didn't feel good. Is it still echoing? No. No. No, it's not. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I will tell you this month has been awful. This month has been awful. It's been the worst month ever, to be honest, for me. Just nothing good from this month. Nothing. I love when you spill the tea. My personal favorite is look back at past readings to see how spot on you always have been. Thank you. Hey, Cutie Pie, how about a reading on AI data centers? I've already done that. It's on my YouTube, so go check out that video after this live. I can't really do a tarot reading on astrology. They're different. What's your big three? Gemini, Sun, Aries, Moon, Sag, Ascendant. Yeah, the giveaway readings are for the second and the third tier of members. They get one. It's like, so second tier gets access to 2 upvoted readings, and then the third tier gets access to that, and then 2 just regular giveaway readings. It's to incentivize you to go up if you can. Yeah, August was bad for everyone. I don't understand. I didn't even pay attention to Blackpink's anniversary. Can you do a reading on all earthquakes? Wait, what? I don't see auras. No, maybe one day. I don't know who Stray Kids are. Upcoming military service. Oh, is it a K-pop group? Will we get insurance reform in the U.S.? Tomorrow's video might interest you. Can you do an update video on the depths of the ocean? The aliens. What about a pick a card for current future finances? I just did a pick a card for the members yesterday, or the day before, whenever it was. Could you do a reading on dreams? I did. I did do a reading on dreams. An astral projection I have. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Zara Larson. Have you seen the YouTubers who caught the triangle UFO above Area 51? No. Update on Kendall and Jacob. I did one recently for the members. Who's some of your favorite people to read? I don't know. I guess it just depends on the moment and what's going on. I don't really think I have one. Can you do a reading on manifestation? What do you mean? Updated X readings? The verdict on the Lindsay Clancy trial hasn't come in yet. What's Elon Musk up to? You're going to like tomorrow's video. Do you believe in the law of assumption? The law of attraction and assumption are essentially the same thing. You definitely always seem to have a good messy time when you read Miss Swift. I don't know. I just feel like the thing is that she creates a lot of motion in the world. So does, people like Ariana Grande and stuff. They cause a stir. So I think it's more along the lines of you see me read them more often because they cause more of a commotion. Heated rivalry? Is that still relevant? I don't know. Is it? Is that still relevant? I don't know. Ariana and Ricky members videos. I did one recently. What about Gaga's new biotech company? Goodbye. I've done a reading on her and her man, and no one wanted to hear what I had to say, and that's just further proof that I was right, allegedly. Any tips for moving out of your parents' house? Honestly, I YOLO'd it. So, and then it kickstarted energy and motion for me. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that because I feel like Heated Rivalry is not a real show. So I don't know how to handle that in terms of tarot reading. Read on upcoming layoffs at Disney. What? How do you handle being so open and in public? I'm finding it harder lately. I don't really enjoy the internet anymore. I will tell you this. I think every content creator goes through this. I kind of have PTSD with the internet. After 9 years, you've dealt with a lot of hate, obviously. Everyone does. And for me, I used to use the internet as an escape from reality, and now I use reality as an escape from the internet. I will say it's hard to create content. I want to create fun content and I want to share things, but then I'm just like, every time I share an opinion, everyone attacks my opinion or me. And anytime I share something, everyone just attacks it and it gets exhausting. And I understand it's what I signed up for, so I try not to complain about it, but it does make me not want to make as much content as I really wish I could, if that makes sense. But I get it. It's a part of the game, right? I mean, I read on celebrities. I'm sure they feel the same way. I get it. It's not like I'm naive to the situation, but it does make me... my defense mechanism is always to isolate, so it makes me isolate more. So lately I've really isolated hardcore. I really just have very, very, very few friends, and even the friends I have, I don't talk to or see. I don't really leave my house very often. I don't really make as much content as I would like to outside of tarot. And I kind of don't really get out of my bubble. I don't really trust a lot of people anymore. It's a little sad, but I'm working through it. It's hard sometimes because I feel like I can't really be myself all the time. Yeah, I'm in a hermit year for sure. It's also frustrating because I feel like everyone is always trying to use me or get something from me. I can't tell you how hard I struggle to connect to people in real life and make friends. It's actually really difficult for me. People really don't like me. And that's been my whole life. People hate me before they love me. So I'm used to it. But it's like, I'm really starting to realize, I'm like, wow, people really I rub people the wrong way. And I don't feel like, I'm not like, oh, feel sorry for me or feel pity for me. I'm just like, wow, I'm like very unlikable, and that's okay. You know, it's all right. Your recent dating story made me so mad and sad for you. Yeah, you know, it's funny is like these people just think that their behavior is normal, and it's all right. I mean, I don't really care. Um, I still see that particular person out and about, and they always try to speak to me, and I just ignore them. They don't exist to me. I'm just like, I don't know why you keep trying to speak to me. It's just weird. Are you still friends with Jam? Yes, he's killing it in LA, and he's traveling the world. Yes, so proud of him. And I'm an eldest POC daughter, and I feel like all I do is fight with my family. Any advice for fixing family dynamics? I feel like they don't really respect me, but love me because they have to. It's not your job to fix your family dynamic. That's where you're going wrong. I will tell you, I have a really bad history with my family, and even now we're not that great, but we're better. The reason we're better is because I moved away and I started to create my own life that I've always dreamt of. And once you start making enough money to self-sustain yourself and do whatever you want, and they can't really tell you yes or no because you're self-sustaining, your dynamic will switch. They'll have to respect you because they have no choice. You're so empathetic. I think it makes people sad because we live in such a cold, distant world. But I think that there's I think that sometimes people misread me too. I met Tamam in person. It was so awkward. Wait, why? Because I'm awkward. Aw, Tamam is amazing. I fucking love Tamam. I was just talking to him the other day. Tamam is extremely talented too, like ridiculously talented. And he manifested his whole life. Is content creation your whole job? Yes. Fortunately, yes. Thanks to you guys. Although I guess, I don't know. It's like, technically it's content creation, but I'm a tarot reader. It's like both. You're likable. Most people love hating on likable people. It's like the light shining in the darkness. I'm just used to it. Has he any readings about Dolly yet? Tomorrow, but it's not really about Dolly, but more about her impact. Because, like, you know, there's not really a tarot reading there, unfortunately. It looks like it may have been Cancer, you know? I always found you very charismatic, mates, because I really appreciate a strong and honest person. Thank you. Could you please do a career advice pick a card? I don't know how that's going to work because everyone has different careers. You're amazing. Keep shining, my friend. Listen, I moved away from family. Don't regret it at all. Thank you so much, Soul Power, for the $10. I appreciate that. Yeah, my relationship got better when I moved away, for sure. For sure. Do you feel safe in Texas? Yes, because I live in Austin. Yeah, I don't feel unsafe at all. Could you reading about witchcraft? Thank you for the 16 months. What do you mean? Everyone knows what witchcraft is. What do you mean? I've been a fan since 2020. I love seeing you nail every video. Thank you. I really feel like I've gotten better. Like, a lot better. Thank you, Rico. I really have gotten a lot better. I think I look back at my videos even last year and cringe. I love Peter Mon. I saw that he wants to, like, he was like, oh, I'm going to come for Antphrodite's gig and I'm going to make prediction videos. I want him to. I've been telling him to do that for years. He totally should. I'd watch. I got home from Austin. I went to Dirty Six the first time. Yeah, Dirty Six is not, no. But I will say, have you been to Barbarella's? Yes. You will see me at Barbarella's often for Tuesdays. Yes. Haven't gone in a while, but every once in a while you'll see me at Tuesdays for sure. I was going to go last week, or this week, but I got sick. Appalachian Mountains. We do reading on Adela. I saw her live. She's pretty good. I could. Is there any video you want to redo? Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure. I'm sure. Who's Miss Rachel? Is that the girl that makes kid content? For the Disney thing, they had some retirement packages ahead of a layoff. Wondering what's failing as a company? It's the economy. My big brother started Tuesdays. He created there. Really? I love going there every once in a while on Tuesdays. It's a vibe. Although I will say sometimes the music, it's not the best, but I appreciate it. Sometimes I feel like there's like an hour of music that is just forcing people off the dance floor. What do you think of Jules LeBron asking his? Bitch, you did not just say his. Girl, you cannot like Jules LeBron, but do not fucking, what's the word? Misgender Jules. Jules is a woman. Actually, I could do Jules for the members. I could do that. But yeah, do not misgender Jules. Don't be transphobic in my chat, please. It's not cool. Are mosquitoes from the devil? What do you mean? Like, actually, or are you trolling? Being a member is the best. I'm not even kidding. It's so fun. Thank you. I really try to make the members' content good. If you guys are on the fence, join the members. Wow, that was an mistake. Wow, an innocent mistake. Wow. Okay, well, just be conscious of that. If it was, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but please be more conscious of that. Jules is a woman. Are there any astrology placements that you see that scare you? No, I think people scare me, not their astrology. What? Why are we talking about giraffes? Do you think you're in a transitional period in your life? I'm in a year 9 right now. I don't know what the fuck year I'm in. I'm in a fucking bunker down and ignore everyone and isolate year. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me this year. I will say, like, this year has been very successful. My YouTube channel is the biggest it's ever been, which is cool. It's like it's like steady growth. It's not like, you know, my channel is like massively exploded yet. Manifest. But it's grown tremendously this year. So I don't know. I've just isolated. Storm, thanks for the 25 months. I missed the alien readings and conspiracy theories. I ran out of conspiracy theories, but I do alien readings. I did one a couple weeks ago. What's a flock camera? What is that? You need a vacation? I've never taken one. K-pop. I love your channel. Thanks, Rings. I have done readings on demons and if they're real or not. There's even bonus info on that for the members. Lancy Court reading. I did a reading on that already. Flock cameras are everywhere tracking us around. Oh. Thoughts on the Mizkif situation, any Austin T? I'm not really sure what you're referring to. But if you're referring to like Austin streamers, I know almost all of them. I have known almost all of them since before they were super big. Used to hang out with a lot of them. So yeah. I wouldn't be able to do a reading on things because I already know what happened because I was there for most of the situations. Or at least I knew someone who was there either way. But most of the time I was like actually there, so. How long until Ann hits 300,000 subs? I don't know. Am I close? Actually, I haven't checked. So you need to check out his previous readings because everything you're asking about he's already done. But I like that. That means that they're new, and I really appreciate new people watching my channel, so thanks. The flock cameras are tracking license plates, taking pictures and tracking everything. I thought they were already doing that. And do you still love Trisha? Of course. Oh shit, I hit 252k subs. I didn't even notice. The meaning for all angel repeating numbers. Wait, what? I want to hug you. You're such a light. I'm sorry you're in this period right now. Crazy to experience success, but also feel the opposite mentally simultaneously. I think I just don't. I think I just have realized that I'm just. I'm going to be honest with you. This is what it is. I think I came on the internet because I was weird. And I expected other people on the internet to be weird with me, but they're not weird with me. They're like weird against me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really connect to other influencers and I don't really understand them. And I can't really connect to a lot of regular people either. So I just like don't connect to people. I don't know how to describe it to you. Not in like a feel sorry for me way. And like there's like something different about me and everyone else. Just don't really connect. I did a Ladybird Lake Killer video. It's on my YouTube. But there's like I just don't really connect. So yeah, I think I'm like off-putting to people. So it's just yeah. So I don't know. But I also think like I struggle to connect to a lot of like for instance what's popular on TikTok or what's popular in like the short form younger people. I think sometimes I struggle to connect to them because I take a long time to process. I think this is really what it is. I'm a very slow processor. I take information in and I kind of like I marinate in it. I also can't really hear very well. If you ever meet me in person, I can't hear. I have like a lot of hearing damage and loss, so I can't really hear. And so when people speak to me, like I will look at you. You said something. I will look at you, and I won't respond right away because I'm like trying to decipher what I heard. Because you have to remember, I also don't have an inner dialogue. I only see pictures. So not only can I not hear you, but I can't replay it in my head. So I have to like visualize it, and it's like a lot. So like I'm slow to process. And I kind of take my time when it comes to like hearing something or process something or responding. And so a lot of times, with social media, I feel like everyone is just like, I immediately have an immediate reaction. I immediately have a emotional reaction. I post on social media and people really love that. People really connect to people who are highly emotional, who post immediately and whether it be lashing out or loving something or whatever it is, they react to that. And these people gain tons of followers. And I think that's what most content creators are like. I think most content creators are like really quick, like reaction, and like they're vibrant with that, and they're emotional, and they're like, chat, look at this, and oh my God, and like they capitalize on the algorithm really well. And I am just slow. And I think that's why it's harder for me now in content creation because I'm slow and methodical, that I sometimes feel like I just am disconnected from everyone and I struggle because it's just like, I'm too slow, dude. Like, I have to think about it and marinate in it. I have a lot of things that I've learned in therapy to help me manage my emotions. And it's almost like everything I learned through my years, whether it be from personal experience, therapy, whatever, to kind of like calm myself and live in peace has been detrimental to my career because I'm not as like, when I first started, when I was in my 20s, it would be different. I would be more emotional, more reactive, whatever. And it's just like, I'm not like that as much anymore. It's still in me, but I'm not like that as much anymore. And I feel like it's harder sometimes because it's like what's made me comfortable and calm and sane sometimes is making me boring, especially in dating. I have auditory processing disorder where I have trouble processing verbal instructions or stories or documentaries and movies. It's good to be slow, honestly. I feel like the quick reaction, short form diminishing humanity. Yeah, but then I'm like also in that space, and it's like I'm sucking at being in that. Not that I'm doing badly, but you know what I mean? It's like I'm disconnected to everyone in my own space because I'm not like that. But then I become like the adult in the room, and it's like, I don't want to be the adult in the room. I want to have fun too. Why do I have to be a parentified child for the rest of my life? It never ends. You're so empathetic, honest, and hold yourself to higher standard than most do. This is why I watch you, appreciate you are. Thank you. Dating should be boring. Anniversary should be fun. True. When did you realize most people had an inner dialogue? When I started making content. I guess that's right. Dolly didn't get as far as she did by losing her sense of peace. You always sell out. Who, me? No, you're not talking to me. How do you feel about the amount of scammers and spirituality? I try not to focus on it because there's no point. You know, there are bad apples in every bunch and in every industry. And hopefully people see it for what it is eventually. But if they don't, whatever, I can't stop it. I don't really like to argue about things on the internet. It's just not worth it. Wait, what? Is it possible that due to the content you read on, it attracts hate from people that see past who you are and just content? I have no idea what that means. Love watching Ants lives like we're FaceTime with their bestie. Thank you. Am I still echoing? I shouldn't be. The idea of not overthinking blows my mind. Yeah, I couldn't overthink if you paid me. I underthink. That's why I have a strong sense of intuition. It's all I have. Did you get an update on who's watching you? No. My younger brothers are disrespectful POS to me and my mom won't do anything about it. Any advice? I mean, they need consequences for their action and discipline. Do you watch other tarot content creators? Not really. I don't really watch a lot of content because it's like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to scroll the internet. It's just all hatred and anger and fighting and trolling and concern trolling and then rage baiting. And it's just like everyone's just fighting. And it's like, I don't really like the internet anymore. I just watch the same TV shows over and over. TV show. I only watch one show over and over again and then go to bed. Like, I live a very boring life. Very boring. If you want to know what my life is like, it's boring. It's very safe. It's very boring. I don't even spend money. I'm trying to learn to spend more money on myself. It's just not in my nature. I'm learning. Yeah, you guys know I only watch Charmed. Yeah. I watch it every single day. Every single day for the past 100 years. Since it aired, I've only watched Charmed over and over again. Since it aired, I've watched the whole show 5,000 times. Literally, it's every day. Every day it's on in my house, every day. My friends make fun of me. I think boring is healed. Correct. Yes. But I'm also 35, so maybe things are different because, right? I think that's my age. I'd be forgetting. And I think you should have your own show, like the guy that reads celebrities. I appreciate that. Fun fact, years ago, I was supposed to. Years and years and years ago, I was supposed to. But then the COVID happened. I think it was a blessing in disguise. It would have been too early. My previous internship, my boss was an absolute ass to me, even though I would bend over backwards to help him with his work. He was a decade older than me, rich, successful, and had no reason to be rude to some undergrad who's doing a good job. Could you think of any reason why? Some people are just bitter about life. I watched Desperate Housewives and was airing. Should I start watching Charmed? I mean, look, you're asking someone who watches the show every single day, and it's my favorite show, my comfort show, and it's taught me so much in my life. Like, I'm going to say yes. It's my favorite show of all time. I love being boring. My relationship's so boring. I love it. It feels so calm. There's a part that's like, oh, is this normal? What it is? You earn that boringness of the chaos. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I definitely grew up in a chaotic household with screaming, yelling, throwing things, physical altercations, chaos. My parents never said I love you to me. There was just no sense of anything like that. So to go from absolute screaming, yelling chaos every single day to like calm and peaceful is a journey that I'm proud of, but it is weird, an adjustment. Have you met the Charmcast? No, unfortunately. I wish. Have you been someone from Charm for Halloween? No. I don't think I could pull it off. So you do anything else financial terms other than readings? What does that mean? I grew up when people asked my name, oh, Paige, like Charmed. Yeah, if I ever had a child, it would be named after Charmed. Everything in my life is named after Charmed. Everything. I started playing Moonlight Peaks and I named everything after Charmed. It's just what I do in any video game, anything I do. I make the house, the manor. If I can in a game, I name people after it. Yeah, it's like my thing. And I just have to say, you deserve all the respect in the world. You handle your readings with so much objectivity and empathy that takes true emotional maturity. Thank you. I do feel like there's a difference between how I articulate my words and a lot of other people. I'm very careful. It's been years of fine-tuning that. I'm not perfect, but yeah. I'm also the only person that is conscious of like the legality of certain things and how terrified I am of it. I feel like other people are just gonna have to learn the hard way, just like I did when I was first starting. What's the best season of Charmed in y'all's opinion? 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are generational. But I will say it depends on my mood. Um, 5 is probably my favorite comfort season. It has some of my favorite moments, my favorite episode, my favorite characters. 4 is a really close second, and 6 is also a close second. 3 is also great, but in terms of like comfort, it's usually going to be season 5, but maybe 6 or 4, depending on my mood. I think I've met a genuine narcissist, friend of friend. Am I right? People can have high levels of narcissistic tendencies without being a narcissist. Our world sort of caters to them and caters to that. You sound PR trained, careful what you say, and taking time to think through your responses. I think that's just people say that all the time, like, oh, you sound PR trained, but I think it's therapy trained to regulate my emotions and maturity. Obviously, I've never had PR training, but I think I could just pick up things pretty quickly. And also, as a kid, as a young 20-year-old, I've gone through therapy, and I've learned things a lot. So I've matured. I also think when you get in a place where you're like really happy with your life, like I am, it's easier. I do what I love for a living. I work really hard. I'm really good at something, tarot. It's just easier. When I was younger, I had more anger and frustration, not only for my life that I had and was born into, but in the chaos, but and the things that I feel like I didn't get, but also at the fact that I was still struggling. But once you remove the struggle aspect of like your journey in terms of career and stuff, not that I'm not always struggling, but you know what I mean, like the initial struggle part, it alleviates a lot of stress and makes it easier to be calmer. I've been doing this for 9 years. I feel comfortable in it. It's my stability. It's my routine. I have my uploaded days and stuff. I feel more calm. It regulates my emotional state a little bit better. Yeah, I don't really have much hobbies. I work out. I work out a lot. I like food. Like desserts and stuff and trying new things there. I go on walks to calm myself and hikes. I got back into reading, which is cool. Sometimes I play video games, but yeah, I don't have that many hobbies anymore. Kind of boring. I watch Charmed. Would you ever teach courses? Maybe one day, yeah, maybe. But not now. I'm really sad though, because my favorite shorts that I'm wearing right now have a hole in the ass. So I don't really know what to do. They're jean shorts, and they're my favorite, and they have a giant hole in the ass. And I went to go buy another one, but I realized that these are like a couple years old, and they don't sell them anymore. So I was really sad. Do you play Marvel Rivals still? It's been hard to rank. Yes. Yeah, but I haven't played that much this season because every time I play, I log off when people piss me off instead of just going through it. So I don't have many games this season. Right now, I think I'm GM2. I think I have a 70% win rate, but I just log off. I don't really give a fuck about it because it's like when someone pisses me off, I just log off the video game. So I play tank for the most part. Emma Frost, a little bit of Penny Parker. Yeah, my Britney shorts. I haven't watched Charm, but since it's so important to you, and I assume you've watched other things that have interested you, do you think it has some symbolism to your life? I think there's a lot of good things about Charmed that I could list a million different reasons. Yeah, I play Rogue too. I play all roles, to be fair, and I'm kind of honestly a really good DPS. I just don't play it as much as tank. But I do play all roles. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a lot about Charmed, but I think the nostalgic feeling of the fact that we'll never get that time period back, and I was alive for that time period, so I can relate to that time period, you know, the early 2000s. I think that's what's best. The eclipse is just fucking me up emotionally. Could you try, wait, what's that? Sashito mending for those shirts? Wait, what? 25 years ago, I connected with a future musical star. I feel I was visited by a demon. Years later, the star chased me. Wait, what? Do you still watch Housewives? I haven't. No. Is it better to be boring but stable or chaotic and interesting? Well, when I was younger, I was chaotic and interesting, and now that I'm older, I'm boring and stable. So I don't know. Love Totally Spies. What camera do you use? Fuck, I don't know. Sony something or other? I don't know. I can't really look at it because the ring light's around it, and I don't feel like turn the ring light off. I don't know what a Destiny Matrix chart is, to be honest. Have you seen Disney Plus Battle of the Fates? If you have, what did you think about it? I've been really curious about the different shamans. It's definitely a different culture than ours. I watched a few episodes. It's not really what I do, though. Like, I felt like that show is like people like being like, oh, your grandmother's name is this, and you just ate, you know, eggs for breakfast, and you did this on the 25th. But that's not really what I do. I predict the future. I can't like tap into information about you to like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think what I do is that impressive to an audience like that on that show. Like, I don't think people would be like, oh my God, because it's like, I'm predicting your future. It's going to happen. I'm predicting the outcome. But like, I can't contact your dead grandma, and I don't really know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, when people see like a psychic on TV, they want to see like someone who's like, oh my God, he knows that my grandma's dead and she died of this, and she's talking to me this, and she knows that yesterday I picked up a stone. You know what I mean? And they know that I went to this school and I went to that. That's not, I don't know how to do that. I've never really been good at that. I've usually just been good at finding out patterns and then seeing what happens in the future. Have you ever seen a name in your live chat and felt like you're going to meet your fans? No, but I've met people in real life and recognized their name. I'm not interested in rock climbing. I don't want to ruin my hands. How many tarot decks do you have? I have no idea, but I just stick to my bread and butter because it looks good on camera. Have you ever watched the Dead Files detective and psychic team? Yes. Long time ago. Thank you for the 34 months. I thought the show was all right. I don't use oracle cards anymore because I don't really feel like I need them that often, but every once in a while. I think I've gotten better. Why do you think pop culture has been slow this month? Because it's just sucked. If I went to college, would I have studied psychology? No, I would have been a journalist major. Any advice to be a better leader? I'm worried about hurting other people's feelings and them hating me behind my back. You have to be comfortable with people hating you and not liking you. That's a leadership quality, is being comfortable that the decision you're making will benefit everyone even if they don't see it right now, and being comfortable with being hated. Who's your favorite on Gossip Girl? You give Blair. Yes. And Regina Sparks. With a little bit of Dan. And a little bit of Jenny. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate Jenny. I'm dying to see your collection of tarot. I don't really have... It's not really that interesting, I don't feel like. What do you do when someone has already paid for a reading, but you don't get the info they want and can't tap into that specific thing? You do what you can. You can't control that. You were in my dream last night. You got a dog and we're cleaning up after them. Things that will never happen. I don't want no damn dog. How will Harry and Meghan do in the UK? I have a whole video on that. Check it out on my channel right now. Yeah, I mean, I watched Gossip Girl when it was airing, so I feel like I have a different perspective of it than people who watch it now. Fun fact, Charmed is to me as Gossip Girl is to one of my friends who is 25. So she's so young and she's like, that's her comfort show. She watched it all the time and she's always like, oh my God, how the hell do you, like, you watched this when it was airing? I did. I did. The audio is quiet. I think I'm just quiet right now. Do I dream? Yes, a lot. Melania Judice? Your Taylor Swift playlist is my comfort show? Oh, thank you. I saw her recent interview, and I'm like, she's still so bitter that we didn't like her last album. It's actually weird. She's obsessed with, like, shading us. They just weren't, they didn't understand it. The words were too big for them. Like, girl, please relax. She annoys me with that English teacher crap that she does. Like, girl, please. It's okay to have an album people don't like. You can still like the album, but we don't. Like, relax. Gemini, Sun, Aries, Moon, Sag, Ascendant. I'm like, no one cares. Like, genuinely, no one cares. Yeah, she's more pissed off than ever. And it's like, didn't you just get married? She isn't college educated, but I don't think you need to be college educated. I'm just like, girl, please stop. Like, are you serious? Like, it's like, bro. And it's also funny because it's like, Travis Kelce is your husband and he can't spell. And you're hating on us because we don't understand your music. Your husband can't understand your sentences. So what do you guys talk about? He doesn't understand your sentences. Your vocabulary is too advanced for him. So instead of worrying about us not understanding your songs, you should worry about him not understanding your sentence. How do they talk? Not even trying to be rude. I'm just like, what a weird hill to die on is that we don't understand you and the words you use. That's like the most hypocritical thing. Your husband doesn't either. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's a self-own. I don't understand her. She loves to self-own herself. I'm like, what are you doing? It's just, you're like walking into the trap. Travis's favorite song of hers is Shake It Off. It's the only one he knows and could remember. And that song sucks. I hate that song. Kyle and Timmy supposedly broke up. Wouldn't shock me. I hate Cruel Summer too. That song sucks too. No shade. Cruel Summer is just like very like white girl core. It's not for me. I read for myself, but I kind of got stuck in my head and freaked myself out because I hate timing. Do you have any advice? Like, chill out. Know that it's going to happen when it's supposed to, and timing is not important. What's my favorite song by her? By Taylor? All You Had to Do Was Stay. Love that song. You always have good takes. Thank you. I also really like You're Losing Me as well. But All You Had to Do Was Stay is my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. It's so good. Time is not important. I need to hear that. Thank you. You're welcome. Like, I can tell you, like, for instance, like, I'll give you a great example. Like I said earlier, I was supposed to have my own show years and years and years ago, and then COVID happened. At the time, I was devastated. But now, fucking, like, what, like 10 years later, however long it's been, I'm like, thank God I was not ready. It would have been awful. Like, it would have been a disaster. I also feel like, you know, even now, like, I think of, like, people were like, oh, you should have been big on TikTok. You should have been big on TikTok. But, like, TikTok is struggling, and YouTube is now having a whole new revitalization. Like, people are all the changes that are happening on YouTube's going to have a second coming. So it's like, I feel like I'm always right where I need to be. I may not understand it, and I may not be happy about it, but I will be happy when I realize why, you know? YouTube's about to explode again. So it's like, I feel like I'm always where I'm supposed to be. I just don't realize it yet. And I feel like that's how life goes. I feel late in life at 34 of not getting experience things my peers and family already have, so I get it. I didn't get success in my life until my 30s. So, and I knew that was going to happen as a kid. I said that. It's very common. It's extremely common. Most people don't get success until their 30s. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not a great short form creator. We were talking about that earlier about how like it takes me a while to comprehend things. I have to think about things. I have to marinate in things. I can't just jump on bandwagons. I have to think about it and marinate in it because I'm a slow processor. I genuinely don't think you guys understand how slow I am to process. It makes people mad because I feel like people want to like get one over on you and manipulate you. But when you're someone who listens to the details and takes time, it pisses them off because they're like, oh no, they're going to see through me. It's like, yeah, I will see through you. Yeah, I will. That's the point. So, I don't know. You also have to remember, like I've been through a lot of life. Like I used to be such a fighter, especially when I was younger. So, I've learned a lot. Not the Kelly Mantle quote. I love it. Are you pulling cards in this live? I could do a mini pick a card like I usually do if we get gifted subs. I don't know. Maybe we hit like 30 gifted subs to the memberships. 30 gifted memberships. I'll do a mini pick a card, but a really short one because I gotta go soon. So, and when you pause after something they say that was backhanded, it makes them visibly nervous. Yeah. The slower process rituals in your videos are calming, quick intro, meaty stuff, cute little thoughts at the end. Voila. Yeah, I think I don't know, dude. I'm slow. I'm just slow. I'm a slow runner. I'm the slowest runner you've ever seen since I was a kid. I'm a slow processor. I'm quick to pick up on things, but I'm slow to process them, if that makes sense. Like I can pick up things pretty quickly and I can learn things quickly, but processing them, it's going to take me a while. That's why I need to dive in and pick it up quickly, dive in and get my hands dirty so I can figure it out myself. What's your ethnicity? I'm Italian, 100%. Why do people keep saying there's an echo? But there shouldn't be an echo. Anne is Italian, yes. Would you do a reading on why the universe is taking so many beloved celebrities, not the people doing evil? The good always die young. They ran out of lessons to learn. Not gonna lie, it drives me bonkers as someone who used to be super angry. Wait, what? And now tries not to be when people expect immediate, fully thought out response. And this is the thing, is like I'm such a reactive person and I've worked hard to not be, that it's like I've just learned to walk away. And like, I just can't. I have a video on the 27 Club. I just can't. I genuinely can't. Like I will not go back to the way things used to be. I just can't. As someone that was such a fighter, and I'm talking like argument, screaming. I used to be a fist fighter all the time. Girl, I've been in more fist fights than I can count, especially in school when I was bullied for being gay. Like, it's just, I will not go back there. I just won't. And it's like, it's also just like, there's no point in arguing. It's like, it's just like, we're not getting anywhere with this. We're just not. Ariana Grande being Italian makes a lot of sense when you consider her choices an obsession of men. No, I wouldn't say I'm non-confrontational. I will always be a confrontational person. I just walk away when it gets escalated. It's not in my nature to be non-confrontational. I wouldn't know how to exist if I was non-confrontational. I'm the definition of confrontational. I'm an Aries moon and a Mars and Leo in the 8th house. I will always be confrontational. But I'm just not, because I always tell people what I feel and what I think is happening, not what they want to hear. But I walk away when it gets to a ridiculous point. Do I regret some of those fights? My ex was the same way, super reactive, would get physical. Wonder if he'll ever realize how harmful he is to both himself and others. Mine was in defense of myself. I never started anything. It was more like people were calling me the F slur and attacking me, stealing things from me, pulling knives out on me, things of that nature. And so I was always defending myself. So it's a little bit different than your ex. If you were a manager, what kind of manager would you be? I feel like I'm a leader. So I lead the same way that you see me with my integrity, it's the same way I lead everything in my life. Aw, JD. Do you think you'll do an updated reading on ice? I'm not sure. Can't book a private reading on your link. Yeah, we were working the website. It's not available right now. Why do straight men hate therapy and healing and women don't as much? I think everyone struggles with therapy. Will I get successful? I'm already 34. I manifest it. Women are taught to bear the emotional burden of men's traumas. Well, just because you're emotional doesn't mean you're doing what needs to be done. And just because you're going to therapy doesn't mean you're doing what you need to do to heal. Like, going to therapy is half of the problem and half of it, right? And that's, you're halfway there. But plenty of people go to therapy, men and women, and don't do the work, so they don't get better. And they don't know how to manage themselves. So, because sometimes I see people like, I go to therapy and you won't, so I'm a better person. It's like, I don't think your therapist is the right one for you, because you shouldn't be acting like that. Therapy is to give you tools to help regulate yourself and your surroundings. It's not really to like attack other people or like focus on other people, to be honest. It's more about you and regulating yourself and self-sustaining yourself and things of that nature. Whenever someone does something like that, whenever someone says something like that to me or someone else, I'm always like, what is the last tool that your therapist suggested you use to regulate your emotions? And I usually don't get an answer or some bullshit answer. I'm like, okay, you weren't even listening to your therapist. Because like your therapist, I know at least once has suggested like, go for a walk, count to 10, or write in your journal, and you don't have any answer. I'm like, girl, you're performatively going to therapy. Could you do reading on fate? Like, what do we control, what do we not control? I don't know if I can decipher that. I've gotten some information about that in my videos. But what are signs someone is competitive with you versus actually jealous? I mean, healthy competition is obvious. So if it's not obvious that it's healthy, like, people who are healthily competitive are honest about it. They're not sneaky. Do you get a knowing on random strangers or random situations all the time, but I've learned to let people lie? You got to remember, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, they're way more convincing and way more charming than I am. So I will always lose. I still do to this day. I mean, you can check my videos. A lot of times my videos, people attack them when they first see them, and then years later they go, actually, you were right. And I'm like, I know I was right, but there's just someone more charismatic, charming, and sinister that was convincing you of otherwise. That's how it always goes. And I never get the flowers for that. Thanks for the members pick card the other day. Me realized I need a career pivot. Really scared, but I need to hope things will work out. I'm manifesting for you. Thank you so much. Gracie Abrams. Do people care about her? For real, though? Narcissistic parents really condition me to not trust anyone. I mean, I think you can not trust people, but do it in a healthy way. Like, I don't think you can just automatically assume that people are doing something maliciously, but I think you can assume that people are hiding something in a healthy way. Kind of. Reminds me of the members pick a card. Everyone said no. I'm screaming. I blocked her. I'm weak. No, you didn't. Thank you for the flowers. Why do men that I meet always say you deserve better? They're not interested in you, and they feel guilty about that, so they project it onto you. Yeah, I get that often. Oh, you deserve better. You deserve a man with this. You deserve a man with money. You deserve a man who treats you better, whatever. It's just you're not interested in me. and you don't really have a reason why you're not interested in me. You're just not interested in me, and you have guilt about that because you don't want to quote unquote hurt my feelings. So you say some bullshit thing. I just take it as they were no longer interested, so I walked away. Usually it's a disconnect emotionally, I found. Had to unfollow Ari, different reasons, but yeah. I mean, hey, maybe you'll follow her back eventually. If you get a gut feeling about someone not to trust them, do you trust it? Yes, but I don't act on it. I file it for information later, and I protect myself to not give too much information to them. That's where I think people go wrong. What's my favorite color? Gee, I wonder. Hopefully the vertical live went out when I did this. I don't know if it did, actually. I can't imagine a guy not being into Ant. I would say pretty much every guy is not into me. In fact, I would say most of my relationships and my connections are because the guy's not interested in me. That's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. But most men are looking for a little bit more of that, like, up and down, and I'm not like that. So yeah, most people are not interested in me. I'm just not like a yeah, I don't know. Could you do a reading on the corporate side of the media landscape, the network mergers, and how it affects creators? I kind of do that for the social media reading of the year, and I kind of did that in my Netflix reading. It sucks though. They say that I have a beautiful soul and they just take me for granted dating nowadays. It's because it's okay. I'm going to tell you exactly why. And you're not going to like this answer, but I have the same issue. It's because physically you don't look like their type. If you were physically that bombshell in their head, they wouldn't say that to you. It's the same thing. It's like, for instance, I'm cute. I'm not hot. I will never be hot. I'm not a hot energy type. Like I've always wanted to be a sex symbol, but it's just not in the cards for me, and I've accepted that. But I don't have that like sexy vibe. I'm cute. I'm funny. I'm charming, but I'm not hot. I'm not sexy. And a lot of those types of men are seeking that hot and sexy vibe. And if you don't have that, you're never going to connect. That's why I always say it's a disconnect. When guys say that, it's just a disconnect. It's an emotional disconnect because they're looking for something else. But I think I will say it's not impossible to be sexy if you really wanted to, but you shouldn't change who you are to please someone else. But are they hot? They need to look in the mirror. Correct. But that's not the point, right? The point isn't to just be like they're delusional, because we already know most people are delusional. But it's more along the lines of energy. When I say hot, I know you're going to immediately think like, oh, you need a smaller waist and bigger boobs. But I'm talking about energy. Hot girl energy, sexy energy. Some people have that like suaveness, that sexiness. Think of someone with a heavy accent, right? You know, that Latin lover type of guy, right? Or like Sofia Vergara, or even Britney Spears when she was younger was more of like a sex kitten vibe. Like some people have that energy and some people don't. And I think that's sometimes what those types of guys are looking for, is that kind of energy. Yeah, Rihanna is a great example, you know? So I think it's just an energetic difference. I feel a European partner would suit you. If I had a nickel for every single time I've heard someone say that, I'd be super rich. That is what every single person ever says. I think you're probably right. You're straightforward and honest. I love this about you. Thank you. Then what happens if you're hot and then you get older? They lose interest because it was just lust. Correct. I'm not saying that I'm not saying they're good people. I'm saying what they're looking for. I'm cute too. Cute is timeless, and I own it. I was born a cute baby. I'm currently a cute lady. I'm gonna die as a cute grandma. I mean, I agree. I'm not mad about it. As much as I always wanted to be a sex symbol, I've accepted the fact that that will never be me. That's just not how people perceive me, and that's okay. I'm fucking weird. I am weird. I'm absolutely weird. I'm weird and different. So yeah. Your Megan Plays video is super spot on. Don't stress. Thank you. Yeah, she commented on the video, which was really sweet. Are you doing little readings right now? I mean, I said that I would do a little mini pick a card if we got 30 gifted memberships, but we didn't get any, so I don't know. I guess people not interested in that, so I don't know. What should I do? You got me into Megan Plays. Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. I love that. Any feeling for when baby is coming? I've been in labor for 3 days, 4 days. Did believe you could manifest this lifestyle? Yeah, I told everyone I would. If you've watched me since I first started, I told everyone this would happen. How do you do a gifted membership? It's the button down below, the money button. Was the last guy I dated emotionally manipulative? Wait, wouldn't you know that? I'm confused. How do you not know that? When you started pulling the cards for the Megan and Leah reading, I was like, oh no, Leah was infatuated with her. Have you been contacted by the shady side of Hollywood? What does that mean? What does that mean? Why they be expecting you to cold read them? I mean, I get it. Agree that rising sign represents what people see you as. Some psychics say that is actually your inner dialogue, and moon side is how you perceive. I think it's just like your physical appearance and your first initial interaction. Do you know when you'll restock your prior readings? No, but I actually am working on the website right now. Have I been on jury duty? Yes. Yes. But I got kicked off at the last second. Nowadays, I would get kicked off in 2 seconds, obviously, because of my job. They kicked me off because they said that I asked too many questions. That's when I realized that was like a million years ago. It was before I made content. And I've really, like, that was such an eye-opening experience for me. And it was a Supreme Court case, I think is what it is. When they, like, tried again, whatever. I don't know, whatever court it was. But that was when I realized that a jury of your peers is really just a jury of people that are the easiest to persuade, depending on which side of the case you're on. I've been overthinking and anxious. My intuition has been kind of weak lately. I can't tell if it's me or him. But if a partner doesn't make you feel safe, doesn't that tell you everything you need to know? My cousin asked me to be excused because she was in nursing school and she didn't have the energy to focus on the trial. Well, one of them, this was years ago, and one of the lawyers kept asking me questions, and I was like, well, I need to know this, I need to know that. And I could tell he just wanted to get me off of the case. I'm pretty sure the case was something along the lines of like workman's comp or some shit like that. I don't remember. But I will say I also noticed that when I left, the people that were left in the room pretty much all got picked, and most of them were people of color. So I think that they were specifically going for, I'm assuming the case had something related to that. So they were going for a specific type of person in the jury selection. But yeah, I learned a lot about that. The court system that day, for sure. It was years and years and years ago, though. I was so young. I was in my 20s, my early 20s. Cross-examiner. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Do you see me staying at my current job? I feel so out of touch from them recently. I think that right now, with how horrible the economy is, there's no way I could ever tell someone to quit their job until they had something better lined up. Thank you, Sarah, for gifting a membership. I appreciate that. If you're super far left and you tell them, you're way more likely to get dismissed from jury duty. I think it depends on the case. And they also ask you specific questions in jury selection. So if if one of the attorneys does not like you and doesn't want you, but one of the other attorneys wants you, the one that doesn't want you will ask you questions until you say something that they can get rid of you for. That's what happened with me. One of the attorneys was obsessed with me and kept me as long as they could. The other attorney did everything they could and kept asking me questions and kept grilling me until I said something that they could dismiss me with. So, but yeah, that was one of my early 20s. Now, obviously, I'm a public figure. It won't work. And I do cases and stuff. They'll never, never, ever pick me. I mean, why would they, right? It'd be pretty stupid. I'm going to walk into jury selection like, who's going to jail today? No. When men are pursuing me when I'm cold to them, but when I'm open, they don't care. Yeah, people want what they can't have. I was a juror for a retrial for a dude in death row who's out of prison. Have a horrible experience with Pisces. They're extremely delusional. I mean, they're the dreamer. Is it normal for our goals in our 30s differ from our 20s? Yeah, why not? What do you mean? You evolve. If we get 29 more gifted subs or gifted members, I'll do a mini pick a card for you guys. Like really short though, because I got to go soon. You guys got like maybe like 10 minutes, 15. You think we'll find out about Nolan Wells? I hope so. Well, no, I mean, I just think being a public figure, an influencer, and then a tarot card reader, and then a true crime and a psychic, and all the stuff that I do, it's going to veto me from any case. And I watch every video you put out and would trust you with life. Thank you. I appreciate that. What would you suggest to people who are in your 20s? Enjoy them. Have fun. Try not to move too fast because you have a lot of time. Stability comes in your 30s. It's okay. Or sometimes your 40s. It's all right. Everyone is broke. The people who are successful in their 20s had rich parents or a lot of help or got extremely lucky. So don't compare yourself to them. Your 20s usually suck. Your 30s, when people cringe at 30-year-olds doing things that people think are childish, I just laugh because you're like, that's what you should be doing. Your 30s are about healing your inner child and all the things you want to do in your 20s, but you couldn't. You're usually financially capable of doing in your 30s. So, you know, they see people in their 30s getting crazy drunk in Las Vegas and they're like, oh my God, cringe. But it's like they couldn't do it in their 20s because they couldn't afford it. So they get to do it in their 30s or their 40s. Thank you, love, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. We're at 6. Most influencers are also rich. So, like, their families are wealthy and rich. I hurt myself earlier. My little pinky. Why does being a Venus Leo suck? I have that. It's raining memberships. Yeah. We need, 24 more? I was a child bride. I'm thinking of pursuing legal action, but honestly, I just want to know if my father was paid to marry me off. Love you. Bitch, what? Wait, what? What country do you live in? Where is child brides legal? Thank you, logical. Or local, excuse me. Yeah, the live stream stays up. It was Texas. Bitch, what? Thank you, Alex, for the gifted member. Not trauma dump. I mean, if I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I can't imagine that to be legal, is it? It's 33 out of 50 U.S. states. What? First world country, by the way. I love Venus Leo. Selena's one of them. That's crazy. You learn something new every day. Everyone's racist, assuming it's a Muslim country. Wait, who assumed that? I didn't know it was illegal in America, I'll tell you that. When it's literally legal to marry off kids in numerous American states. I didn't even know that. I had no idea. I don't pay much attention to marriage because I'm not really interested in it, to be fair. But the definition and terms vary, but it's a huge, largely under-talked about issue in the U.S. I had no idea. Well, clearly Texas is one of them. That's what they said they're from. That's crazy. Yeah, I do still stream on Twitch. That's crazy. I'd pay you $500 for a reading. Oh my God, no, save your money. A few people did ask if I was a Muslim country, not you, Aunt, you're okay. Oh. I was like, wait, what? You need permission from a parent. I mean, me personally, I could never imagine someone... I mean, me personally, my own personal opinion, I can't imagine someone wanting to marry off their child unless it would benefit them some way. As dark as that is. That's crazy, though. I hope Texas turns blue. I mean, I'm optimistic, but the chance is extremely low. Like, extremely low. Texas is too big. Maybe in like 10 years. California just got rid of the loophole allowing child marriage. Really? That's crazy. Texas Democrats are too divided. Yeah, I think it's more like the gerrymandering than the division, but I guess they go hand in hand. I don't really want to talk about politics. Oh, Courtney Stodden. I forgot about that. But she was like 16 though, right? I thought maybe... Is it... I don't know, actually. I don't know anything about that. How will society make their living money in the future? I saw your video where you said someone's going to help society. Wait, what? What do you mean? We're going to make money the same way we've always made money. I'm confused. Thank you, local. Yeah, 24 out of... No, it's... No, that's incorrect. It's 20. We have 7. It's 23 out of 30. So if we get 23 more, I'll do a little maybe pick a card. You missed one. The Ohio case you covered is insane. 2 more men got arrested linked to that family with the 16 kids. Really? I didn't see that. Hi from Sweden. Oh my God, I love Swedish people. Have you ever done, and I love Swedish candy. Have you ever done a reading on AI? Yes, recently, actually. It's on my YouTube. The data centers and everything. I don't know who that is, Amory. You know, the other day I watched your World Cup reading. It was so accurate. I'm from Argentina. Imagine the scandal. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I always wanted to subscribe, but I'm currently jobless. It's okay. It's okay if you can't. You feel okay answering? Can I ask why you stopped doing paid readings? Oh, I just haven't had a lot of time to do it with everything else that I'm doing, but we're revamping the website soon. All of your readings are accurate. Thank you. How do you get out of being stuck? You You have to do something different and change your routine. I'm struggling with that myself. I feel a little stuck right now in life, and I'm struggling with doing that myself. You have to like change everything, the routine, everything. I'd love to design my own tarot cards, but I don't know how popular they are. I've had discussions about it, but I just don't know how many people would actually buy it. I gotta have more followers, I think. Hard reading. What does that mean? I believe I'm an empath. How do I know I am right? Does it matter if you have a proper definition of what you are, as long as you know what you're feeling? That's how I look at it. Thank you so much, Myra, for the gifted members. I appreciate that. We need 22 more. I don't really have a favorite sign. Since you're an intuitive reader, have you ever come across a person or read on someone that felt like they're from a different dimension? No, it's more like they're empty, soulless, narcissistic, or sociopathic. Pretty much every celebrity. It's random, the gifts. Oh, Yvette, thank you for the 21 months. Will I win against my local government? Well, hopefully it's for something good. Is Lindsay Clancy a psyop? I don't think the case is, but I do think there's algorithmic manipulation going on, allegedly. I think TikTok recently, in general, there's some algorithmic manipulation with a lot of things that I'm seeing on TikTok, not just that case. There's been a lot of suspicious narratives that get a lot of traction, a lot of views based on certain keywords on TikTok that are suspicious to me. And they happen around political elections often. A lot of times it's distractions. I don't know, certain keywords get picked up in the algorithm and the views don't seem real to me. And it happens every few months. And it's usually around something that I feel like they're trying to distract. I think it's algorithmic manipulation, though. Love Life, thank you so much for the gifted members. I appreciate that. 21 more. I think. Or did I just count wrong? Oh wait, there was 2. Yeah, you're right. It's 20 more. 20 more. Sorry, I can't count. Well, now it's 19. Thank you again for the other gifted member. I appreciate that. Yeah, something's off about the TikTok algorithm. And also, I don't really go on TikTok much anymore because it's just trying to piss me off every time I am on it. And it's just like something's not right. I feel like a lot of things are artificially inflated. Like the topics we're talking about seem curated, not natural. In terms of algorithmic push. Any tips on doing readings on my friend's past relationship? She keeps asking me about her ex and how he feels about her. You need to tell her the truth, and you need to tell her to move on. She deserves someone that actually is interested in her, not to be obsessed with someone that doesn't like her and treat her right. Getting out of being stuck is hard. It's just about consistently changing things until something works. The memberships are random when people gift them. You're great with social dynamic opinions, saying the obvious. Oh, thank you. Getting better at understanding intentions by watching your videos, lives. You understand people better than you give yourself credit for. Thanks. I think it's because I have years of being misunderstood on under my belt. Like, I've been misunderstood my entire life. So I think I've just gotten a lot better at understanding people because no one understands me. I have the best pattern recognition of anyone you will ever meet. It's like a superpower. It's my psychic ability essentially, but it's like my pattern recognition is off the charts. I've fine-tuned that skill a lot, actually. Thank you, Kia. Appreciate the gifted members. If we get 18 more, I'll do a very, very short pick a card. Yes, I'm 35. When will I get a job? I'm manifesting you get a job this month. Anna isn't doing readings for people, guys. What's your big 3 in astrology? Gemini, Sun, Aries, Moon, Sagittarius. Thank you, Dance. I appreciate that. 17 more. Would you ever do a tour, like travel city and city and pull live or do private readings? I would love to. I would love to. I just don't know if everyone truly believes in me enough to do that and the ability to sell tickets. I don't think I'm popular enough yet. And people probably don't think I'm popular enough yet. But you know what? We're working on it. You know, I have a team now, which is super cool, to kind of help fight for me because I was getting taken advantage of by everyone. And now I have someone in my corner who fights for me, which I'm really appreciative of. So it's hard because people still don't really see my vision and who I am as a person and my career and what I do. But I like that I have someone in my corner who fights for me. It's really nice. It's just hard because it's like, you know, we still have to break down a lot of walls and barriers. But I finally have someone to help me because everyone keeps fucking me over and taking advantage of me in the industry. 252K subscribers. You're definitely popular enough for some intimate mid-sized venues. I think it's because I don't get millions, so it's hard for them. Manifest. It's hard for them to say yes to me, but we're working on it. Izzy, thank you for the gifted member. I appreciate it. Share my videos if you can. Yeah, we need 16 more. I don't want to talk about it. I could not handle meeting Britney Spears. I would lose my mind. That's my God, my queen. Me meeting Britney Spears is like if Jesus was resurrected, walked off the cross and said, I love you to you, if you're like religious. Like that's what it's like to me. I like just genuinely don't know. I don't know what I would do. I actually don't know what I would do. I couldn't tell you what I would do if I met Britney Spears. It would be a spiritual experience to me. That would literally be like God reincarnating. Like you don't understand. Ancestors coin? Interesting. Never heard of that. Hi, bestie. What's up? We need 6, 7 more. Shut up. That is my angel number, though. 6, 7. Favorite Britney album? All of them. Blackout. Put all of them. Lady Gaga. What about her? Oh, actually, yeah. Her son, Jaden James, who I've always said was Britney's mini-me, who I always said was going to be in the industry, he wants to be a streamer. He watches all the big Twitch streamers, and he wants to be a streamer. Honestly, it kind of threw me for a loop. Myra, thanks for the $10. 30-something Texan Sagittarius Unite. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. He wants to be a streamer, and it's so funny because I'm like, oh my God, if I would have stayed in that streamer community and not separated myself because everyone says the F slur and the N word, maybe Jaden James would have been watching me and he would have known I existed. So I'm like, fuck. Hindsight's 2020. I should have stayed in that streamer circle. I could have been closer to Britney. I also could have gotten a ton of clout like everyone else did if I looked the other way when people said the F word and the N word like everyone else did who has a ton of clout. I wish I didn't have morals and values, though. How many more do we need? It's just a number I see very often and has always brought me where I need to be. I still stream on Twitch for fun every once in a while, but I don't take it serious. 16. Yeah, we need 16 more. I think algorithmic manipulation is happening. I watch readers. I have YouTube subscription. I always say I've hyped my limit. I haven't been able to hype for a couple months. Really? Do you think about teaching tarot? Maybe eventually, but I've always said this. When you're good at something, everybody wants to like take it from you, or they feel like you need to teach them because you're good at it. And it's like, I kind of want to enjoy my time in the sun before I do that. I'm sure I'll do it eventually, but like, I kind of want to enjoy being good at it for a little bit. I feel like I always have to give everything away to everyone. I feel like I'm never allowed to have something I like. Whenever I like a guy, everyone chases him. Whenever I talk to a guy, people try to take him from me. Whenever I post something, people hate on me. People try to steal my joy my whole life. They try to take the clothes I wear and they mimic everything. And it's like, I feel like I don't want them to take tarot from me too yet. So yeah. Myra, thank you for gifting 5 members. I appreciate that. We need 11 more. Have you ever met someone and felt they were more like you had an intense attraction and keep dreaming about him, but it feels like it's more than just a dream? No. Be selfish, Aunt. You will be happy and don't feel bad because you deserve it. Thank you. Yeah, no. I'm not like I'm like a slow burn type of person, and low key, me personally, I'm a little bit on the A spectrum kind of sort of maybe. I don't know. So like I'm like not gonna feel intensely about someone when I first meet them. Again, I talked about this earlier in the stream. I'm an extremely slow processor. I don't really know how I feel about someone until like a long time. It takes me a while to process how I feel about someone and to let my guard down because I'm very guarded. So like it's very difficult for me to develop an emotional reaction to someone that quickly. So Jess, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. How are you so empathetic with your Perez Hilton reading despite being a huge Britney fan? Much respect. My job is difficult. We'll just leave it there. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to be impartial and to put your feelings aside when reading tarot. And I don't think people understand how good I am at it. Because I'm so good at it, they don't realize. But it's hard. It's really hard. You also have to ignore comments because every video I've ever done, people have called me biased. There's not a single video I've ever uploaded that people haven't called me biased. When people post that I'm biased in the comments, I laugh because I'm like, not only is this an unoriginal comment, but it's a comment I get in every single video. It's impossible for every single video to be that way. It's like a waste of a comment, in my opinion. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to persuade me. And you're not going to persuade anybody else. So it's just such a waste of a comment. But they do it every time, and they've done it every time for the past 9 years. And I'm just like, I get this every video. Every video. From a different fan base. I respect your reading so much because you're fair and balanced. Thank you. You give grace. I try to. What's up, Moritz? Yeah, 11 more gifted subs. Just because you don't agree with what I said doesn't mean it's biased. But I feel like the thing is the internet right now caters to that emotional instant reaction. It caters to like, tell me what I want to hear, but then lie to me that you're telling the truth. But in reality, you're telling me what I want to hear, but just pretend like you're being authentic. And it's just like, I'm not that kind of girl. And you're extremely talented. Thank you. Yes, I am extremely talented. Yes, that is something I am not shy to admit. I'm proud of how talented I am because I had to work really hard. My talent wasn't natural. My talent was years and years and years of blood, sweat, and tears. And you could be there too if you work really hard. And I'm proof of that. You're very accurate though, so at least you're doing a good job. Fully believe and support what you do because how much you try to make it accurate. Thank you. I let my work speak for itself. Like I don't argue with people back and forth. I'm not gonna argue with you in the comments. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. If you say something slick in my lives, I might respond to you because it's live. But for the most part, I'm gonna ignore shit because I let my work speak for itself. I've been doing this for 9 years. My track record speaks for itself. I am one of the only psychics that post my track record consistently. It is what it is. I'm very confident that my videos will age well. They almost always do. People come back to my videos years later. So I'm not really like, I trust my intuition. I trust my videos. I trust my talent and my integrity. So I just don't even argue with people. I am originally from New York. I'm born and raised in New York, but I currently live in Austin. Thank you, Shark. Oops. I dropped my cards. It's the Four of Swords. Shocker. Have you ever been affected by the eclipse? Yeah. I was recently sick this week. And all the energy has caused chaos, and this month sucked. How's your gym progress? It's mostly the same. I stopped posting about the gym because everyone was bitching about me posting about the gym, but it's all I do in my life. Wake up, go to the gym, work out, watch Charmed, make content, go to bed. That's my routine. Like, I'm telling you right now, after this stream, I'm going to get food and I'm going to watch Charmed. That's like my absolute daily routine. If you ever dated me, just Jax, thanks so much for the gifting membership. 10 more and I'll do a mini pick a card. If you ever date me, just know that like I'm very predictable. I'm extremely predictable in terms of my routine. Like, it's very predictable. Do you like Pisces? Some of my best friends are Pisces. Sam's a Pisces. Cole's a Pisces too. Do you do TikToks? Yes. Same name on there. I miss your gym pics. Aw. You look leaner. My weight goes up and down, but favorite Charm season or episode? It depends on my mood. My favorite episode is Centennial Charmed. My favorite season, it depends. I said this earlier. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are a generational run, so it depends on my mood. But oftentimes I'll gravitate towards 5 the most. Yep, I go hiking often. Why do people bitch at you on the gym? They say that I post the same thing over and over again and that it's boring and stupid. Yes, I'm a millennial. I'm 35. So, but I mean, I get it. It kind of is, but it's just like I was showing people my progress and inspiring people, but oh well. Do you see that Holly Mary Combs said she's retired from acting? Well, no shade, but never mind. Abs are never boring or stupid. Thank you. My favorite thing is when you describe what you're seeing in your mind's eye. Thank you. You motivated me to exercise. Oh, I love that. What's the number one thing that people ask about and struggle in personal readings, and why do you think that happens? They want to know why something didn't work out, as if it'll change the outcome of it not working out. But sometimes you don't need to know why. Did you like Dolly Parton? Who didn't? I did do a reading on Charmed a long time ago, I think, for the members. It was a really quick reading, though. I feel like I should redo it. Because at the time, I was like, I don't want to do a full reading on this because the memberships were still new. And I was like, people are going to be like, you're annoying. Because like I have so much information because I watched it growing up. I watch it every single day. So it's like I watch it when it aired. So like I didn't go into a full depth reading because I didn't want to piss people off with my like annoying Charm knowledge. I don't like to talk about Charm because it's like I talk about it too much. Thank you, Loyal. Hello, Aunt. Love your channel and what you share. I was wondering if you're able to guide me. I'm stuck whether to go back to school for the spring and start a certification in medical coding or start my own business. Medical coding, you should totally do that because I know a couple of people who've gone back for that and are making or are on track to make a lot of good money. Okay. And I also think you should do that because who's to stop you from starting a business after that? Or during it, if you have free time. But I have a little reading on that, on the drama. I have a little bit of a reading on the drama. Spoiler alert, it's the producers. Alyssa was a piece of work and still is. Unfortunately, you are incorrect, and this is why I don't want to talk about it, because you are believing a lot of false information. To see why I don't want to talk about it, I could literally counterpoint everything you're about to tell me about why she was the problem, but I'm not going to because I can't convince you, but I will tell you that you're wrong. People like Holly Mary Combs, who literally are wishy-washy and change their story every year depending on what's going on, are drive the narrative, and it pisses me off. Because Holly is the queen of flip-flopping, and she gets to control the narrative. Because Alyssa is too mature to fucking go back and forth with them, and I wish she would. I wish she would. You've never heard Alyssa Milano's version of events for a reason. It's the producers. It's the well, I shouldn't say the producers, but it's the showrunners that pit them all against each other so that they wouldn't band together like Friends did and demand the same salary and the same treatment. Alyssa Milano gets a lot of hate. Why is that? Because the cast has all unanimously blamed her. Because it's easier to blame Alyssa. Because she won't fight back. If you think that Alyssa Milano had the power to do all of that, all the things that were done, you must believe in the boogeyman. You also are not someone that's been paying attention, because for many years Holly and Alyssa were close, and then also Holly and Shannon had a falling out for many years before she was diagnosed, and Holly was singing a different tune. Rose was singing a different tune for many years before the Me Too movement. There's a lot of history that people forgot, but yeah. It's just easier to just blame one person. So they do. If we get 10 more Get This subs, I'll do a mini pick a card. Are you a big Scream fan? No. I haven't even seen any of them. Maybe like I saw one of them actually, like the first one. Because Rose McGowan was in it, but that's it. What's your thoughts on Troye Sivan's music? I'd like to salvage what's left of my hearing since it's already so bad and I can't hear anything, that I choose not to, but I wish him the best. He's attractive. I love Rose as well. What's your thoughts on Benson Boone's music? I don't know how to put this. I've never heard a single one of his songs, and I'm not really interested in listening to it. I don't really know why he's pretending that he's straight, but okay, allegedly. Oop. But whatever. Whatever you say. Yanni, thanks for gifting a member. 9 more. Although honestly, I might go in like 5 minutes if we don't hit it, because I'm like really hungry. And it's almost 8 and I hate eating late. Do you think you develop certain abilities like being psychic, intuitive? Yeah. Everyone has a strong intuition. You just have to listen to it. Alabama Barker and Neo, that's all clout. Ow! You said Ari doesn't get away with like others because she's psychic and can't rack up negative karma without being held accountable immediately. Can you explain that connection? There's something to do with people who are super sensitive intuitively, being held to a different standard, and I don't know what it is, but I've noticed it, especially with myself. Not that I'm saying she's a great person, but something to do with it. I don't know. I think it's because your vibration, you vibrate higher or something. I don't know what it is. It's a frequency thing. You stand out. You stand out more. So you're gonna get caught. Excuse me. I do have a second channel, but I don't really know what to put on there because I feel like it just goes to members. I mean, I haven't listened to Benson Boone's music, but I can't imagine it's that great. So I don't know about Freddie Mercury. Historical figures like who? Would you reading on companies not wanting us to own anything like PlayStation without sending? I actually thought about doing a GTA 6 reading for the members, but I was like, no one cares. They don't want you to owe it so that they can charge you more later and get you to buy stuff with FOMO. If we get 9 more gifted memberships, I'll do a mini pick a card, but you gotta hurry. Yeah, I love Tate McRae. Can you do Ariana and Ricky update? Maybe. Do you think Cat's Eye dropping out of Daisy Chain was really because Megan sprained her ankle? Didn't even hear about that. I mean, maybe 2 things are happening at once. Is the future looking bright? Tomorrow's video will answer that. Tarot is not dangerous. Have you seen the pet communicators? No, I haven't. Thank you, Breen. I appreciate the gifted memberships. 8 more. Wait, what? Is Ariana Grande a good person? I think people do good things and people do bad things. It doesn't make them a good or a bad person. It makes them human. Yeah, I don't think we're going to own anything. They don't want us to own anything. It's bad and it's going to get worse. Correct. Oh, per 20 months. I was born on the 20th period. Oh my God. Thank you, Javier. I appreciate that. Pet communicators are interesting. Reading on the Count of Saint Germain. Isn't that a drink? Thank you for gifting a membership, Liv. 7 more, I think. Please listen to Wanted Man by Benson Boone. I think you'd like it. I have a doctor's appointment. You make my day a little brighter with your content. I hope all the best to you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please listen to Wanted Man by Benson Boone. No, I have a doctor's appointment. Where is Chapel Roan? Thank God. Thank God. That's what we're saying. Thank God. What is one topic you did a reading on that you were a bit skeptic about that changed your perception and surprised you with the outcome? Ariana, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian. Do I miss Dolly Parton? Is water wet? I miss the light that she was able to shine and spread. I feel like a different person after my ex. It's been a year and I feel stuck. Well, you're healing. You're refining yourself. I did do a reading on Slater for my members. It's up now. Why Kim Kardashian? Because she's much more interesting than I initially gave credit to her, too. I had someone argue with me, water isn't wet. Rage bait. I saw my ex destroy my soul. Felt that? Probably. And did you get an eye infection again? No, I just have really bad allergy shiners, so my under eye circles are really bad. Um, so yeah, and the lighting's not great. Reading on autistic people and if they vibrate higher. Thank you, Dane. People think I'm autistic. I mean, niche videos go to the members. If we get 7 more members in the next 10 minutes, then I'll do a mini pick a card. Otherwise, I have to go. One thing people may not know about being a psychic that would surprise them. It makes me unlikable. The burden of knowledge is real. I basically have to let everyone lie to me. I'm a human lie detector, but I'm just gonna pretend like I believe you, even though I know you're full of shit. I'm just gonna wait to find the proof that you're full of shit, before I act on it. But I know you're full of shit, and everyone lies about everything. Everyone lies about everything. No offense to autistic people, but you definitely are not. How did you find out you were psychic? It's a process every day. I'm learning. We need a one-woman Antphrodite full reenactment of charm scenes featuring wigs, abs, and James Cameron angles. But here's the thing. I can't make charm content because I don't think you guys understand. I avoid getting arguments on the internet, and that's one topic I really am going to argue with you about. Like, some of the other days, like, Ant, you should get on Charm Talk or Charmed Reddit or Charmed whatever fandom. And I was like, I do not understand. I will get into arguments with people and I will insult your mother. Like, I like literally will insult your family, your mother. And I just can't, I like literally can't. It will go real left real quick. So I just avoid it. I get into arguments with people in real life about it, and I have to walk away because I'm like, I can't talk about this about you're an idiot. I can't go back and forth with you. I know you get this all the time, but what member do you think will have the most longevity in Cat's Eye? I mean, the person who wants it the most is Danny. Why do I always say Gabby? Because that fucking song. Danny wants it the most, so we'll see what happens. Do you believe in heaven or hell or God? I have a whole video on heaven and a whole video on hell, actually. You should watch them. They're really interesting. I always say Gabby because Gabriella, the song. I always say Gabby because of that fucking song. Because I didn't even know Cat's Eye sang that song. The Gabby song. I didn't even know Cat's Eye sang that at first. So annoying. I'm like so stupid. I'm like, you're such an idiot for not realizing that. Laura has an angelic voice. She has a Valley Girl accent, though. I did not expect her to have such a like Valley Girl accent. I kind of love it. Gabriella is written for Rita Oral. Shocker. I love Hootie Fruity. Yeah, if we get 7 more gifted memberships in the next 7 minutes, I'll do a mini pick a card. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Any summer plans? I did nothing this summer and it's over. I did nothing. I didn't leave my house. Everyone is very individualistic and it's very frustrating for me. Is it hot in Texas? It's 103, yeah. Although it cooled off because it started raining, but it'll go back to 100. Wait, what? Thank you, Ness, for gifting a membership. 6 more. Any autumn plans? No, I don't really have any friends. NP, thank you so much. MPH, thank you so much for gifting a member. 5 more. I don't really have friends to do anything cool with. So. And I don't really feel like doing shit on my own because it's not... I feel like festivities, like holiday festivities, are really lame on your own. Breen, thanks so much. 4 more. Like, I don't mind doing shit on my own. I do everything on my own, but a holiday festivity on your own is lame. I'm not like a super holiday person anyways, but like a holiday festivity by yourself is lame. Cause like, what am I gonna do? Record it for TikTok? I just like can't. Maybe I will. I don't really have many friends. I would start a vlog channel, but the problem is I don't do anything. So, thank you for the gifted memberships, and it's Flea. 3 more, right? Or did I count wrong? Yeah, I mean, holidays are kind of like... Oh, did we reach it? Okay, period. We reached it. Sorry, I counted wrong. Okay. Do you guys want... Let's do a general pick a card. It's going to be very short, though. Do you spray tan? No, it's the lighting. I do love Halloween. Halloween and Valentine's Day are my favorite holidays, but I don't really have anyone to do Halloween stuff with, and doing that stuff on your own is kind of lame. But maybe this year I'll make TikToks of me doing it. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't really have people to do stuff with. So. I'm not like a, yeah. I've actually never had a boyfriend or a man do anything festive with me ever either. Fun fact, never had a Valentine or a Halloween partner or anything like that. So, it is what it is. Yeah, it's alright. I don't really care that much, to be honest. I just do so well on my own, it doesn't really bother me. My Venus, my Mars, and my Jupiter are all in Leo in the 8th house. I think I just really like being alone. Kind of love being alone. Your struggles make me feel so normal. My social life is much like yours. Yeah. I just I don't know. I just like peace. Where's my Saturn? I think it's in my 2nd house. You're so lovable, my Gemini twin. Oh, thank you. You're not alone, Yavelis. Thank you. I think being alone is an issue sometimes when you're alone too much. I think I'm a little bit unhealthily alone. Like, I love being alone. I'm at my best alone, my most happiest, and my most successful. But I also think I sometimes need to challenge myself to not be alone all the time. Because it's so easy, and I'm so easy for me to be productive and safe and secure alone. I have unhealthy levels of self-reliance due to an abandonment issue. Do you think the sexualization of cat's eye is problematic? It's intentional. They're pop stars. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Pick a pile 1, 2, or 3. It's a general reading. It's really quick, just a simple message. But pick 1, 2, or 3 and put it in the chat now because I'm about to show you guys before I go. You know you like that hootie, fruity, hootie, fruity, hootie, fruity. You know you like that fruit, hootie, fruit. Okay, who picked pile 1? I have to make sure I get this in the vertical angle. So, okay, we have Queen of Pentacles. Okay, stability. 10 of Cups reversed. Okay, issue with community or family. happily ever after. Six of Cups is the past. The Page of Swords is upright, fighting for something. Oh, there's an old issue resurfacing. Knight of Swords, impure intentions. Okay, an Ace of Cups. Someone is going to be exposed for their behavior. You called out some sort of behavior, or you spotted some sort of bullshit before everyone else did, and you got the short end of the stick because of that, but you're going to be vindicated. And on top of that, I also feel like someone who didn't like you is going to like you. This is very, very similar to one of the spreads in my memberships pick a card. It's very similar that I did recently. But I also feel like for some of you, it could be work or school related where you're going to be vindicated because of something. And I feel like you're going to get an opportunity that's either lucrative or beneficial to your stability from this revelation. Because the Knight of Swords is about someone's true colors being exposed. Someone who sows seeds of hatred or anger or fighting or frustration. Someone who likes to manipulate people, pit them against each other. For some of you, it could also be a bad boss who gets fired or exposed as well. Or a person in a position of authority. Okay. Who picked pile 2? Okay, Ace of Swords is regrets or missed opportunities. The Tower, dramatic catastrophic event, but it's reversed, avoiding it. We were too cautious about something. Queen of Cups. We were too cautious about something and played it too safe. Detached ourselves from it. Five of Pentacles. This is about worrying about something you shouldn't worry about. You're much more prepared than you think. King of Pentacles, yep. And the Strength card, vulnerability. Okay, there's something or someone that you felt like wasn't for you, wouldn't happen, you weren't good enough, you weren't smart enough, or you weren't attractive enough, or they weren't into you, whatever, that you need to go back, circle back, and try again, because not only were they interested, or not only was it meant for you, but you're more than well equipped. You should have applied for it, you should have gone for it, you should have done something for that. Because to me, this says that you cut yourself off. Think of it as you stopped your own blessing. You were in the way of your own blessing. You let your insecurities get the best of you. You misread the information. You need to go back and try again because you're wrong. You're more than capable. It is for you. Try again. The second time is successful. If you think you won't get another chance, you will. It's not over. You didn't fail. You will be getting a second chance, and it will be happening for you. This message is very succinct. Especially because Strength card says that you were felt more than you realize. You let your insecurities get the best of you. It's like on Pop the Balloon, where they pop the balloon because they think the person's going to pop on them, and the person goes, I was never going to pop on you. Why would you do that? That's what this is. You light up as soon as you start reading. You want to know what's really funny? One time I did a reading for a guy, and he was like in this office building. It was like this, long story short, it was like a office party, whatever. And it was afterwards, and I was doing a reading with this guy and his friend was watching, and his friend didn't believe in any of it. And when I was done, he looked at me and he goes, I need to talk to you. And I go, why? And he goes, you have extremely high emotional intelligence to the point where I'm like kind of looking at you like, what the fuck? I go, what do you mean? So he was like, he studied people's body language and was like one of those people that work for, I don't know, for the CIA, whatever the fuck it was, where they like study people. And he said that he studied like serial killers, studied whatever, and he studied bilanguage. And he said that when I pulled up a tarot card, he was explaining how like my movements are slower and more precise. He said when you speak to people, you have pauses in what you're saying. And he's like, it's almost like you become a different person when you started picking up the cards. He's like, your emotional intelligence spiked to a tremendous level, and your speech pattern changed, and your physical attributes changed, and your manner of speaking. He's like, you paused, you waited. He's like, it's ridiculous. He's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's how it works. I'm channeling. He's like, I don't know if I believe in what you're doing. He's like, I don't know what channeling means. He's like, but I can tell you based off of your physical changes, your emotional intelligence spiked all the way off the charts every time you picked up a tarot card. And I said, well, there it goes. So, fun fact. I forget whatever company he worked for. I have no fucking idea. But he was like a body language specialist, I guess, is what you could say. Profile people. You should have bagged him. He was an older man. I was not interested, and it was a professional setting, so no thank you. Also, you're talking to someone who's like a little asexual, so probably would never be my first inclination when I meet someone. Yes, my cards are worn. I've had them for years. All right. Who picked pile 3? Okay. So, the Temperance card is reversed. This is impatience and imbalance. Ooh, Ace of Wands, the birth of something new. It's also the Dick card. So for some of you, this could be romantic or a sexual rendezvous where you will try someone or something that you've never tried before. And there's the bisexual card too. So and that's a bi-curious card. So who knows? It might be a bi-awakening for some of you. But anyways, Two of Swords is a massive decision. Okay, so birth of something new, massive decision, impatience and imbalance. Okay, so a spontaneous new beginning. There's the Nine of Pentacles. That is a single card. So again, some of you might be in a relationship. But when you look at the Nine of Pentacles, it's also about my individuality. So it makes me stand out. Page of Cups, I'm attached. And the Emperor here is about dominance and control. So again, for some of you, it's a little bit of a fun rendezvous coming. For others, I think this is going to be more along the lines of a new opportunity to showcase a part of you that you never knew existed and that you never knew you were good at. It is going to transition you into a new phase in your life. So it'd be like if you always wanted to be a singer, but you didn't know you were good at drawing until you started drawing something, and then someone who loves art sees it, and you start becoming an artist, and you make money off of being an artist. It could be something big like that. It could be smaller. But either way, it's something you didn't realize you were good at because you never did it, and then when you do it, it's very successful, very lucrative, or you're very attached to that person. It could be a person as well. It doesn't have to be a thing. It could be a person that you never really thought you'd connect to, but you connect to really quickly. Either way, it's going to change your direction in life. You're about to pivot in life. It's a bit impulsive, but it's actually a good thing. It's a positive transition with the Two of Swords, and it's something that will benefit you either emotionally or financially. So you're changing tracks on the train, and it's going to shock you. Okay, Google, pick a number from 1 to 3.
Here's a random number, 2.
Period. Not me going back. I wonder what it's going to be. I wonder what I'm going to go back and get a redo of. Who knows? It might be an opportunity. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you join the YouTube members if you have a chance. Tomorrow's video is about positive changes coming, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. And yeah, I love you guys. Until next time, bye. I'll go live again soon on here. I go live on Twitch as well, so I'll be live on Twitch on Monday, but I want to go live on YouTube more often, so I'll be live again soon. Bye, guys.